That's not hard work.
Let me tell you a story.
So a mate of mine, he's done all right for himself, and he has recently bought this bit of land here. And you can see, I'll take you around. I have, first job was we cleared it. It was full of trees and shrubs and everything. There was a hedge here and fence. And then I fenced it with this traditional feather edging fence, like so. A lot of it, like that. So yeah, I wasn't going to get too involved in it. I didn't really know what was going to happen, but then he came out with the idea of a pump track. So yeah, check this out. There's myself. I've got my mate in who's the expert, Doos, who will get on this later on. And we got some sort of clay soil in. We've had 20 ton, which we've got up here with this track dumper of Doos's. Here, we're going to have a, this is going to be like a patio area around here. It's a continuous pump track, like so. So we'll start here. Berm, roller, little tabletop, little roller into a berm. Arnie will show you here. Another roller, another berm, another sort of berm, tabletop, roller, berm. And today's job for me is to do some timber edging and then get this turf down and make it look nice. Pretty exciting stuff. I think it's quite good clay, but I think for winter I'm gonna turf right up to the edge of here, and then we're going to be putting some sort of hogging or some sort of all-weather surface over the top of this soil. Hello there.
Hello.
Welcome to our friend's house, and well, near our friend's house, right next door, where it turns out, what does it turn out, Todd?
It's got a field.
Pardon?
There's a field
Yes.
and
What have you got on your face?
a scab.
Had a bit of a moment on a pump track, didn't he?
Yeah.
Show me shoulder as well.
Yummy.
Egypt. So
I was wearing a
basically,
full face.
right, okay, can I talk please? So basically, our mate here, Joel, the brand ambassador, he's got a digger here for a few days, and he's got this bit of land that eventually is going to be built on, but it's sort of no man's land at the moment. So we're going to do a bit of a jump track. Let's go and have a look. Hello. So,
Yo.
tell us about your bit of land.
Well, it's meant to be built on in a few years, so I thought I may as well take advantage of it while we can and build a pump track on it.
What is the plan?
Do a little loop, a few pumps, a double, maybe a step up into a berm, and then go around the other side. I haven't really made a plan for that yet, so we'll see how we get on.
So he's got this digger for only for another day or so, innit?
Yeah.
But I've got a mate with a digger as well, so if we need another digger here, we might get one in, and we could make this something really cool. There's no point getting too carried away though, because it's not owned by you.
No, it's not owned by us, so it could get it could get ripped down by the bulldozers when they come in to build, or we could get told to take it down. So, but you know, take a risk for a bit of fun, eh?
Let's build some jumps. Right, so if you're making jumps, I've helped out with a few. I'm definitely no expert. Joel's done a lot more than me. First thing you want obviously is your bit of land. It's great if you've got a digger, and then with your digger, or if you did it by hand, bit different by hand because you'll do one at a time, and you'd work, especially when you got a digger for a limited time. You'll use the digger. He's an idiot. You'll use the digger to get your basic shapes of what you want, and then maybe one of you, like me, will get on the hand tools. And because this is very sandy, we've got a hose pipe here, and we're going to wet them up and pat them down and try and get our shapes. Okay, so I'm using this is the BTR trail tool, excellent. I'm using the ribbed side as a rake, just to get a general shape after the digger's been on it, after wetting it up a bit. And then I'll pat it down, and then use a bit more water and keep patting it down until we get a nice firm takeoff. Whoa, Todd,
Whoa.
look at my jumps.
Yeah, you're cool.
Thanks.
My fingers sting from pulling nettles out of the ground. That's cool.
So I'm making a bit of a start ramp here. What we've done is we've pulled the surface off from around this area, just all the crap, and then over the top of it and putting the topsoil. I'm going to whack it down, and it didn't seem like the sort of pattern and sliding of the shovel seemed to work, so it's more of a job of banging it down while it's dry and then adding some water and leaving it overnight. But let's see what we can get done. So I've just spent a bit, like 10 minutes on the digger, making a bit of a start now, and then realised it's kind of in the wrong place. So Joel's took over, he's a bit better than me on the digger, and he's moving it over that way a bit. So what have we got so far, Todd? Talk us through it.
Roller. I'm trying to do it without looking. Another roller, a double, and then what will eventually, it's not completely finished yet, it will be either a table or a stepper, not sure yet. And then I think there's going to be a berm, and it's going to come back round, and we don't know what's going to be on the other side.
I might get my bike out and have a little whiz of this.
Yeah man, I'll join you.
The important bit is behind me. You can see it now. It is the grass. The turf is mostly down, sort of 90%, a little bit short because there's so much cutting. And I'll show you around now what it looks like. So as you can see, it's just literally this bit here, just come up short because of cutting so many little odds and sods off the turf. It's like proper Teletubbies land, and we're talking about now. It's still seriously slippy because this so-called clay we got locally just had a bit too much topsoil in it, and it means it's got like a fine dust, and it's not going rock hard, and it's slick. And Todd's already crashed today and gone home because he came with me, and yeah, he felt a bit upset that he crashed and he sort of hurt his head a little bit. Nothing too bad, but So yeah, talking about a topping in between the grass now on the pump track. So day 2 is literally finish this and then some edging around the flower beds, and then see what our mate Doos, who's here right now, he's turned up to come get some of his equipment, see what he says about the tops of the pump track. You may have seen him on some vlogs with us. How many of these have you done?
We did quite a few years ago. Built a lot of trails and jumps, and did a few bits for the council way before like pump tracks or pump tracks, just like they're more like kind of little BMX tracks. But that's going back a long time. But yeah, we've built a few little bits and bobs like this. But yeah, it's enjoyable work, and we've got all the gear, and obviously get to ride it as well.
What do you think about the doing like a tarmac or some sort of grit top to it? Do you think it's worth doing?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. The grit's hard wear, and you don't get the fine dust you get off the like the subsoil, and yeah, it means you're not sweeping out the corners all the time. But tarmac corners, I think, essential really, because they're the bits that break up the quickest because of the forces and the rotation in the corner of the wheels. Even if you get like grit in the corners, it'll need quite a lot of work to get it running nice. And just the grip in the corner as well. You trust the corner a lot better. You just know how tarmac feels under tyres.
Have you got a website, haven't you?
Not at the minute, no. I didn't, it just flooded with work, so I got it ready to go, and then just couldn't cope with the amount of work.
If you want something like this doing, and you want us to come and have a look, then give us a shout. You can see my email address is always in the description anyway, so there you go. Right, so day 2, you're done here, aren't you? Pretty
I'm done,
much?
yeah, just loaded the dumper
Apart from
up.
the landscaping of the slabbing and stuff.
Yeah, I'll have a look at the paving.
Yeah, and then maybe you'll come back and do the topping or capping or whatever.
Yeah, it needs something. I think it'll get real dusty in the bottoms of the turns and just be endless maintenance. So fingers crossed. I think tarmac the lot would be my
there you go.
My tip.
That's what the expert says. So
Yeah.
that's what needs to be done.
Well, a lot of the pump tracks now are tarmac, aren't they?
Yeah. So this is the gaffer. This is Bix. I'll link a video that we've done together now. Tell us about how this idea come about, and has it been a lifelong dream?
Yeah, I suppose anybody who rides bikes, it's cool to have something in your back garden if you get the opportunity. And the main guy, obviously Jim and Chris, who've been doing the garden. Chris is very good on a digger, and he's built pump tracks in the past, so thought let him fill his boots and do what he can with the space he's got. So that's where we're at now, and looking forward to going on it, riding it, and hopefully be able to ride it all winter for a bit of training and whatnot. And yeah.
Here she is, first of the new 2020 DMR Sects. I was supposed to be getting a Pro, but DMR sold out of them so fast. They were like, well, we'll send you one of the sort of standard ones. What's this one called? Just a Sec, and the other one's a Sec Pro. So this is in this beautiful green. When I get the Pro, I don't know whether this will go back or whether Todd will have this. We're not too bothered. We've got a jump bike each, and that's what matters.
There's mine.
So all I've changed on this bike is the saddle and seat post, and I put my old Laconda Guy bolts on, and that's about it really. Added the DMR, the RRP little guard. Won't mind it. Right, we've had a few little goes off the start ramp, and it's way too soft, we've got no speed, so we've got to try and stiffen this up, bro. Come on, Lola. Come on. Hey, got her.
Yeah!
So we are 1 hour in. 1 hour. That's the beauty of having a digger and nice soil.
And having Joel, who has ADHD.
Yeah. And this is hopefully, well, I've done it once, so hopefully I can do it again. I've got the double.
Dogs keep getting in the way when we're trying to do a run and standing in like the middle of the rollers. Yoo-hoo!
So we got these up and running. This double here, I mean it's a nice little double, but it's good fun. And I've sussed it, so it is, you know, relatively easy. And Si here, Joel's old man, who's 60 but ripped like a 20-year-old, which is really annoying. You can see he's basically crouching too much as he goes over it, so he's not clearing it, whereas Todd is like bolt upright. And if you're riding and you're like my age and you're 50, he's 60. So there you go, you can do it at any age. So that is the end of day 2, and you see by the state of me that yeah, I've become a right mess, but it's done. As you can see here, we have this is the deck that I made about a year ago, well last summer, and we've put the new trellis on here and the sprinklers on here so it might get wet. So that's all done. The bed's all edged. That's going to be planted up. So that's got 4x2 boards down it. But the important bit, all the turfing is done. Bix, who owns the property, is here just tamping it down. I know I shouldn't be walking on the turf, but it'll all be stayed off now for a month. Here it is. Pleased?
Yeah, very really good.
Yeah? So, there it is. Let me just show you around again.
I know it's only in my head sometimes when you say to me that I'm not good enough. I know it's only in my head.
So this will have a ton of water put on it every day now for a month until it takes, and you know it's taken when you lift the turf and it grabs hold of the ground. It means the roots are going down. For those of you who want to know how much material got in, we got in 20 tonne of clay, and clay shouldn't cost you that much, but we did get the screeded stuff. It was a couple of £100, and we had a tracked barrow to bring it up here and a digger to put it down. Yeah, in fact, no, it wasn't put down with a digger. Dudes did it all by hand. He's your man for all that sort of stuff. We can do this sort of stuff for you. So the next thing is the decision on whether Bix goes with some sort of tarmac or some sort of top on here, and yeah, we'll see, eh? Right, so we're 2 hours in now. We've got the start we've got a roller, another roller. I've suggested that the first start, the first roller, we put a hump in front of that and make it a roller double. Then we have this double that we're clearing, but Joel is going to make it into a table so Laura can practice on it. And then we have a kind of funny looking step up here, which Todd has just done. And then a roller here into quite tight left hand berm. And Todd is about to do a demonstration.
I am having a go on Laura's bike because it's the right size for me for like a little trail bike, so it's alright to fire around and it's quite smooth. The tread.
Oh hi, sorry. I do apologise. It all went wrong in that bit, didn't it? He definitely did not send it.
So my father is gonna send it hard, man. He's gonna shred the Nord.
I walk alone, this lonely road. I just feel that everything else turn around. Pouring rain, cobblestone.
Right, so we got a good bases in after probably 3 hours now. Patted them all down, a bit of wet, bit of messing about. Now we're getting a good pace. It's really quite difficult to get this last berm, and I keep putting my foot out, so I'm going to try it this time, feet up, and see if I can get round it like a boss. Oh my God! Okay, Dutch, jump straight in there. Dropping in. Jump, boys. Yeah. Oh yeah. 1 week later and I'm back at Bick's place. I gave them strict instructions. They've got to keep watering this all day, every day, and they have. Look how amazing it looks, and really chuffed about it. And if I show you just like quickly, closely, just get a bit of a close up here and grab the turf and pull, and there you go. Sprinkler on my back. It's taken. Absolutely amazing how quickly that's taken. So I did want to show you like us riding around here, or me riding around here, or Arnie, Bick's lab, but because of having turf around this and because of it being watered all the time, obviously the ground's still very soft, so that is priority for a few weeks. So we'll come back here and we'll show you at some stage. So that's it, over and out for Bick's place. Now back to Joel's.
Gonna do it, the train. You tell me. We're gonna do a train.
I wasn't filming. Yeah. There's a snake in my boot.
So I've returned back to Joel's about probably 4 days later. The digger's gone back. He did a little bit extra when we were gone. So I'll show you what we got. This is the same as before. We've got the roller, another roller, double, sort of double, rolling double, another rolling double. Then we've got this little hump into a very tight and hard, awkward berm. It's all still really soft because we've had no rain. We've been, patting it down with the hose pipe, but it's not quite done enough. But we've put a return liner, which is pretty difficult to do. Anyone who can jump this right now is a lot better than any of us. So we've got 2 humps, then 4 in a row. The bit we're trying to get at the moment is to maybe jump the last one. I can manual it, but that's about it. So that's it from Joel's track. I think we've done all right here for, I don't know, it's probably been 5 hours on a digger and a bit of manual work. It's dead basic, dead simple. Now I know I haven't really showed much of techniques of making these jumps, and the same with Bick's, but Doos, who did the digger work at Bick's, who is absolutely awesome on a digger, he's got 2 acres and he's on about getting 200 tons of clay soil to his, and he's going to do a whole build, and we're going to go through it from start to finish, hopefully, and give you an awesome pump track. I mean, his landscaping work is ridiculous. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, check out the links, check out the merchandise, all that sort of stuff. Thanks for watching. Give us your comments on this. Keep it pinned.